an unbelievable low $99. Even if you have another pest control provider, visit turnerpest.com to find out how you can avoid paying those high termite retreat fees.
This is the Salvation Army, and I'm Major George Patterson to let you know that the Salvation Army is available 24 hours a day to provide help to anyone. We also have a family store at 120 Northwest 10th Street in Ocala. On Tuesday to Saturday from 9 to 4, you can do your shopping, or if you want to donate, you can call 352-732-4469, and we'll even pick up 352-732-4469. All funds generated by our store go into the programs here in Marion County to help the needy.
Hi, I'm Leah Caruso with Strive Rehabilitation, inviting you to join me Thursday at 11 a.m. for Health Matters. Ocala Health and Strive have teamed up to bring you the latest information on good health services available to you right here at home. This vital information will help you make informed decisions about your health. So don't forget to join me here at 11 a.m. Thursday. It's news you can use from Ocala Health, Strive, and your friends here at WOCA.
And thank you, Leah. It is 64 degrees here at the Paddock Mall. 25. It's 4 minutes after 8 o'clock. It's the 25th day of April. I'll get it all right. Galen, you know this on the phone. It's Friday, so see that extra point you gave yourself. It gives you, a little bit of license to make mistakes because you're not supposed to make mistakes any day except for Friday. I think that's the way it works. Good morning, Galen. How you doing?
Hey, good morning, Larry, Robin. How are y'all?
Pretty good. Where are you?
I'm in Ocala today.
In Ocala, okay. We had a road trip yesterday. We went to Jacksonville.
Nice.
Yeah, home of the Jaguars.
Oh, yeah.
Soon to
live there.
Soon to be the London Jaguars.
Sometime, yeah. I think that's going to happen. It's just a matter of when.
Did you hear the story this morning about that?
No, I didn't.
I thought about you when I saw this story. So let me pull it up here again so I can read it to you. Jacksonville Jaguars fans were angry and expressing their anger on social media over a slight from the National Football League.
Uh-huh.
They posted or tweeted or something this quote in talking about the fact that the Jaguars were playing the Cowboys in London. Okay?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
This is what they wrote. They wrote, the London Jaguars does have an excellent ring to it. And apparently it just got all the Jaguars fans upset. They were all... So they took it down. The NFL took it down. They got rid of it.
Of course they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, that's been the running joke for years. And the only reason they haven't done it yet is because they still have a contractual agreement to stay in Jacksonville where they're playing at now. So it's just a matter of time. It's not going to take that much longer, I can tell you that. So
that's interesting. And you are the first person who ever said it that I know of. When and if it happens, you'll be the one we think about. Obviously.
Well, I hope they don't. I hope the whole city of Jacksonville doesn't blame me. But,
well, you saw it coming. You're the psychic.
Well, and again,
you're the seer.
The team just it's not very good, and so people don't support it, and the NFL looks at that and like, well, you don't support the team. I'm like, well, put a product on there that people want to watch.
So help me understand the significance of this. Would it be the first time football as American football was played in Europe? As actually a home base?
Well, as a team that lived there full-time outside the U.S., yes.
So what would they call it? Because what we call soccer, they call football. So what would they call
it? American football.
Oh, just American.
Call it.
Okay.
Just like we call it Europe football or something, European football. So.
Well, will they be able to play in the NFL and AFL like the teams from Canada plays baseball in the United States?
Yeah, they'll just fly. I mean, they'll still be in the NFL, and I don't know what division they'll be in. But you got to remember, it's not that far from London to the East Coast. Now, from London to the West Coast is quite a haul, but it's already a 3.5-hour flight from New York, say, to San Diego, which they already do. But it won't be that big a deal. It's only one trip a week.
So then
not that big a deal.
So then the other teams they play at home have to fly from the United States over there.
Correct. Yeah, and what will probably happen is when they do it, the team out of London will go in and probably play in the United States for 2 or 3 weeks straight, and then go back to London and do the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, anyway, so they were upset they were upset by that.
That's kind of weird, I think.
So we were in Jacksonville yesterday. we were in Jacksonville yesterday, and
all they're doing is trying to sell more merchandise and get more tickets. So
I guess so.
That's all anything's about in the NFL. They're all about the dollar.
By the way, I know the trivia question as to why soccer is called soccer.
Okay.
Do you know the answer to that?
No, not off the top of my head.
Okay, good. I have something. And now I'm paraphrasing. We're doing this from memory. There's probably more to it, but it was called the Football Association. And then it was called Football ASOC, ASSOC, to abbreviate it.
Okay.
And eventually they got rid of the word football and the A, and it was just sock, and then soccer. Soccer came from the word association.
That's cool.
Now somebody can look it up. Tell me if I remember that correctly, or if I was misled by something I read.
No,
I don't
think
know.
you're right.
You read things sometimes and you believe them, and you know, and you hold on to them forever. It's like when somebody talks about lemmings jumping off the edge of a cliff.
Exactly.
It's not true. It's something that National Geographic kind of fudged.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not National Geographic, National Lampoon. Sorry.
Yeah.
Lampoon.
Yeah, Lampoon. All right, let's go to the phone. Good morning. You're on the air.
Yeah, good morning. It's not going to be that strange to Europe, because there is Irish rules football, and then there is rugby, which the two games are somewhat similar to American football.
Oh, really? Do they have the bullet-shaped ball like we have?
Yes.
Oh,
It's just bigger.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, the
And
rugby
we've been
ball
playing
is
over there
somewhat
for
bigger,
years, so this isn't, yes.
the Irish rules football is actually fairly similar.
Ah, okay. I didn't know that. So, well, because they're a little
Have a good
closer.
day.
Thank you, Johnny.
Bye.
They're a little closer to us. Ireland is a little closer to America, so.
Well, we used to have a league over there. There was a league that the NFL ran that was over there for several years. So.
Well, I want to know how the blood supply is, but I have some. I actually got an idea for today based on a blood story. So I'll tell you what that is. But first, what's the blood situation like right now?
Again, we're still pretty good. Just over 1.5 days, and we're in pretty good shape for our O negatives and O positives. We're just continuing to build that back store, if you will, our stores for the month of May and June. That's coming pretty quickly. So, just need people to keep giving.
All right, there. So go donate blood, right?
Yeah.
All right, so let me tell you what started today's fun topic. It's a guy named William Moultrie Marston.
Okay.
William Moultrie Marston, under a pseudonym. The pseudonym would be, let me see if I have this right. Charles Moulton. Created in 1941 a character named Wonder Woman. He created, under his fake name, Charles Moulton, he created Wonder Woman. He created Wonder Woman because he felt the world needed a powerful female superhero.
Oh, he was right on.
He also believed that women were fundamentally more honest than men.
Oh, gee, he was misled.
So what does that have to do with blood? Well, he is a doctor, actually. Dr. William Moulton Marston was a Harvard-educated psychologist and lawyer. He created the systolic blood pressure test, which is the basis for the modern polygraph.
Wow.
There you go.
How about that? And because he was adamant about people telling the truth, and he believed that men were less honest than women. He wanted a female superhero, so there's the connection with that. He, by the way, was a polyamorist, which means he loved more than one woman. He lived with 2 women.
Oh, there you go.
He had a lot more endurance and patience than I do.
And by the way, when you think about the rope, what was it called?
The magic lasso.
The magic lasso that Wonder Woman uses?
Yeah, Princess Diana.
What does it do?
It makes people tell the truth.
Tell the truth.
It makes you tell the truth.
That's right. You wrap up your guy or whoever, it tells you the truth.
So there you go.
Yeah.
There you know. The guy who, I think a lie detector test nowadays has more than just blood pressure that it works on, right? But
Yeah.
I have no idea. I just hope I never have to take one.
all right, listen.
Right? Nothing good. Like if you said, "Oh, I got to go take a lie detector," like, "Oh, what'd you do?"
Yeah, right. What'd you do? We had a lie detector expert in here, remember?
Yeah, we did.
And because he had done it for years, he worked for what? The Secret Service?
Yeah,
FBI
Secret
or
Service,
something?
FBI. He worked for all the
So I said to him,
guys.
I said, try me out. Ask me a question and I'll either tell you the truth or a lie.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, no, I don't want to embarrass you. I wonder what he was going to ask me.
Yeah. Yeah, right here on the spot.
I don't really have anything to hide, so I probably would have told the truth. I mean,
Yeah.
unless you thought of something, that's, I'm going to answer that one.
Do you tie your shoelaces from left to right when you...
I don't think it would have been those.
That's funny.
All right, here's another well-known person who has an invention you might not have heard about. Michael Jackson, the singer. Uh-huh. He created a video using video effects. The song was called Smooth Criminal, and in the video, he leans at a 45-degree angle.
Right.
Which is impossible, right? Mm-hmm. It was done with video technology. But when he did the show live on stage, he wanted to be able to recreate that. Mm-hmm. So he invented, and I think he has a patent for it. I think I remember seeing a patent. The heels in a shoe, low part of a shoe, where the heels have a cut in them. And there's a certain spot on the stage where he kind of hooks into it with his shoes, where he did. Mm-hmm. He hooked into that, the slit in the heels, hooked into this thing in the floor, and enabled him to lean at an angle that was not natural.
Oh, how cool is that? Boy, he had to have, to not fall over. He had to really pay attention to what he was doing.
Dancer.
Yeah. I mean, he could do just about anything. He was talented.
Did you ever see him live?
Yes.
You did?
Yeah.
Did you see him do this? The leaning thing?
Yeah, I mean, I saw the Thriller tour, which would have been that one. So I may have. I mean, I saw him in the I think it was Tampa, like in the where the Bucks play. I mean, so in what they call the old sombrero. But I was a long way away, but it was still one of the best concerts I've ever been to in my life. So.
I bet it was.
Yeah, he was a good showman. That's one thing about Michael Jackson.
He was really good at everything.
In
music.
There was his off the stage problems, if you will, were not the best, but guy could entertain. He could sing and
the school.
And his music is going to stand the test of time too. I really believe that.
The school he went to, I think it was his high school. Maybe it was another age, but anyway.
I'm surprised he even went to high school.
Well, maybe
right?
maybe. But anyway, there was a school he went to, I guess back during the Jackson 5 days, so maybe that was elementary school.
Yeah.
But he gave money to the school to build an auditorium, and they called it the Michael Jackson Auditorium.
Oh.
And during the years when he was in the news because of molesting children, they covered up his name but didn't remove it.
Oh.
They just put kind of boxes around them. So you had these two boxes and then the word auditorium.
Oh,
what's crazy is they pretty much, all the kids who are involved in that have consistently denied that nothing inappropriate ever happened. So.
Well, they eventually took the boxes off, and it's now, once again, the Michael Jackson Auditorium.
It should be. Yeah, good for him.
All right, here's one. Howard Hughes. This guy, did he invent the Spruce Goose, the big wooden airplane?
Yeah.
Was that considered an invention or just no? Because that's not really an invention. That's just building something.
What was it called? It was
the Spruce Goose.
The Spruce Goose. I was thinking the Grey
Yeah, but
Goose,
it was like
that's just vodka.
Jet or something.
It was it's a propeller-driven wooden airplane that was so heavy.
It couldn't get off the ground.
I think it did. It had a short flight.
Yeah, off to like 5 feet, and then they never flew it again. Yeah.
I don't know what he was thinking. But anyway, he also invented the steel underwire push-up bra.
Well, thank you, Howard Hughes.
Yes, thank you,
sir. Well,
sir.
he did have a thing with Marilyn Monroe, right?
Jane Russell's what it said in the
Jane Russell.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Even better.
He liked cleavage.
That's what it is. Yeah, very sexist.
Most men do.
Yeah.
Good.
We do.
Women are happy about that.
We had this discussion yesterday with Joe. I mean, are you attracted to ladies' hair? Mm-hmm. It was funny because we kind of made this deal during fun with Joe. When you see a woman walk past with attractive hair, go auga, right?
Yeah.
Does that happen to you? I mean, have you ever seen hair like from behind? And I'm not talking about the other physical attributes, just the hair.
No,
maybe.
Yeah.
You're sitting on a bus and all you see is hair.
Yeah.
If you've seen my wife, yes, I like beautiful hair.
Yeah, so there you go. We're attracted to hair.
And the longer, unless it's like past the bottom of your back, the longer the better.
Yeah,
I like long hair.
I think that's probably true. Yeah,
than short hair.
It's probably true.
And I know that
Although we saw a cutie yesterday in Jacksonville with short hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
she was great.
All right, I'm going to say this: 90% of the time, long hair is sexier than short hair.
I agree with that.
You should have seen this girl yesterday, Galen.
She was a 10%er. Right?
10%.
She's a 10%er.
Hold on, the phone rang. Good morning, you're on the air.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning. The thing with Howard Hughes involved the movie Outlaw, which was a story about Billy the Kid, and Jane Russell played Billy the Kid's girlfriend. And to this day, nobody knows who played Billy the Kid.
Oh, really? Wow. You mean he's in the movie,
weird.
but nobody knows who he is?
Well, Jane Russell kind of overshadowed him, if you know what I mean.
Oh, I got you. Okay. And that's what he invented the push-up bra for, right? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well,
Right.
I guess that made more money than the wooden airplane. Thank you, Jim.
I bet it did.
All right, Abraham Lincoln had an invention. Listen to this. He created fabric bladders, BLADDER, as you say, bladders, that could be inflated and would lift the vessel above the water's surface whenever it was, what do you call it, hit it like a sandbar?
Yeah.
To get it off the sandbar.
Oh, isn't that clever? I never knew to give credit to Lincoln.
Not a bad thing, huh?
No, that's a great thing. It's used today everywhere.
It was never manufactured, but a scale model of the design is in the Smithsonian. If you ever want to see it.
That's cool.
And that's probably how they got the idea for life vests all that kind of stuff.
Who knows?
Because it has to float. Has to float
Has to float, like ivory soap.
Sure.
All right, Zeppo Marx, one of the lesser-known Marx brothers. Mm-hmm. Zeppo Marx was known as the guy who kept the Marx brothers' car running because he was mechanically inclined.
Oh, okay.
So maybe he wasn't as funny as the others, but he knew how to keep things running. And so therefore he's the perfect candidate for an invention, and he did. He invented a heart rate monitor and a heating pad.
Wow.
How about that?
That is pretty awesome.
He invented a heating pad, yeah. He also he had a cardiac pulse rate monitor and a method and watch mechanism for actuation by a cardiac pulse. I guess that's how it was described in the patent.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Had two dials. One was driven by the wearer's pulse, and the other operated at a normal heartbeat rate. Mm-hmm. So if the pulse-driven part, which was run by an electric-powered magnet, started to go too fast or too slow, it would trigger an alarm. So a heart rate monitor.
Oh, wow.
That's kind of cool.
Gosh.
He also had, in 1952, he has a patent for a vapor delivery pad distributing moist heat, also known as a heating pad.
That is pretty awesome because,
Moist
that
heat.
was a big seller. Those heating pads, they feel good.
I don't want a wet one, though. A dry one.
You don't want to get zapped when you're laying there using it.
No, you don't, do you?
All right. Whenever we've gone into the recording studios, the drummers always tune their drums. So this really goes back a long way for me, but I remember the first time I was watching a drummer tune his drums, not being a drummer myself, I was amazed as to the fact that they even tune their drums.
Yeah.
Every drummer out there saying, "Come on, you didn't know that?" But I'm talking about.
I didn't know you tuned drums.
You didn't know that? See,
No.
but this goes back to when I was when did I first start going into studios? I was like 17 or something like that.
Yeah.
Or maybe younger than that. So I never knew. I never knew you tuned a drum.
It was like 69 or 70, yeah.
Well, the conga drum tuner was invented by Marlon Brando.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Who knew that?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Apparently, he was a big fan of music, and he created the tuning device, which is simply a lever that tightens the drum head or loosens it.
Yeah, my brother's a percussionist and a drummer, and he tunes everything from, drum kits to his big kettle drums he plays and all that stuff.
The cattle drums I can understand, but I don't really see. I've never, even to this day, I've watched him do it, but I have no idea what they're listening for.
Yeah, I know. He's got his ear right there, his little fingers popping it, and it's like, well, he knows.
Maybe there's a
what's
drummer
going
out there,
on.
but
I don't know what's going on.
But they don't retune it like if you're, playing a song in C. Okay, now we're going to play a song in
Right.
G. They don't change the tune. I don't
exactly.
All right, the invention of the rerun can be credited to Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz.
Really?
No, I think I knew that one.
Did you?
So, yeah, I think I believe, I would have guessed that one, yeah.
Okay, now do you know the backstory to this one?
No.
Okay, let me tell you the backstory. They did not want to do the show in New York. They wanted to stay in Los Angeles. But back in the early 1950s, most of the TVs were on the East Coast.
Oh.
Now, why that's important is because if you did a show on the East Coast, it was broadcast live. It was then filmed. Let's see. Let me make sure I say this right. A show was taped live on the East Coast on a kinescope, which is basically a recording of a program that was filmed off of a video monitor and then rebroadcast on the West Coast. And kinescopes provided a very inferior image and degraded pretty quickly.
Oh.
So the people on the West Coast that saw shows back in those days did not see the same quality as people on the East Coast did.
Oh.
Which explains why when we see those old kinescopes, they look so bad.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, because they're being recorded on the machine and not the actual
Right.
live performance.
Off of a monitor. It's like putting a camera, aiming a camera at your TV and recording something.
Wow.
And especially back then, how bad. So when the people were seeing those shows live, it didn't look as bad as it looks now. Like looking back at some of those old kinescopes. Well, anyway, Desi Arnaz had this idea, and he and Lucy decided to take a cut and pay for it. They were getting $5,000 a week. They took a cut down to $4,000 a week.
A piece? Or was it together?
I think it was
doesn't
together.
Oh, okay. That's a lot of money for back then.
You're not kidding.
A lot of money
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, really.
I'll take it.
So that $1,000 cut was applied to the film that was necessary, so that they would film every episode and then ship the film to the East Coast.
Oh, okay.
So that it would be the same quality, because film held quality, kinescope didn't.
Yeah. Gosh, that makes a lot of
So
sense.
there you go, and thus the rerun was born, because once they had all those films, you could play them again and again and again.
And that's the only reason
Kinda
they've
cool.
got Lucy and Desi reruns then, because
Right.
of their, foresight. Wow.
So real quick, because we're almost out of time. Thomas Jefferson invented a macaroni machine.
Oh, that I knew.
And I guess you don't need to know any more about that. And Paul Winchell, the guy who had the puppet, Jerry Mahoney.
Yeah.
Did you know he was the voice of Tigger?
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
Paul Winchell was the voice of Tigger.
Really?
And
You know the wonderful things about Tiggers. Tiggers are wonderful things.
right. Let's see. He invented the artificial heart.
He did.
Let me make sure I read this right. He went back to school and studied pre-med in Columbia University. He went on to study acupuncture and medical hypnotism. He got a job at the University of Utah working with surgeons, one of whom was Henry J. Heimlich, the creator of the Heimlich maneuver. Winchell assisted Heimlich and developed and patented a mechanical artificial heart implanted into the chest cavity.
Oh my gosh.
So there you go.
That's pretty interesting.
Paul Winchell and Heimlich were the inventors of the first artificial heart.
Wow.
There you go.
That is so cool.
How much of that will you take with you? You'll take with you that Michael Jackson invented the shoe. That makes you stand at 45 degrees. Yeah, I know. We'll
exactly right.
We'll forget everything else.
No, not me.
that's
I like
exactly
everything
right.
else.
Although I might remember that Paul Winchell was the voice of Tigger. I never knew that.
Yeah.
All right, Rob, we need a segue from things people invented to donating blood.
Well, when you go to Life South Community Blood Centers, there wouldn't be a Life South Community Blood Center if someone didn't have the desire to preserve a human life. So they invented everything they needed to invent and keep refurbishing it till the Life South Community Blood Centers we know today. So go there, donate 1 unit of blood, potentially save 3 lives, and find out how you can become an ambassador to encourage others to give.
Thank you.
There
That's
you go.
perfect.
And Galen, where's the Bloodmobile today?
Bloodmobile today, Larry. We're actually going to be out at the Walmart in what the heck is that name?
Wedgwood Road. Wedgwood Road. Okay.
Thank you, baby.
Hey, Galen, what was the video you put on? Did your son hit a home run?
No, it was a triple, bases loaded triple.
And you weren't there. What, your wife post that or something?
Yeah. His aunt actually recorded it.
Oh, the aunt. Okay.
It's my wife. I get so frustrated that I just, because she doesn't have any idea as to what's going on during the game. So, and I get so frustrated because I'm like, so what's going on? Because I'm the coach and I'd like to know what's happening, and she's like, I have no idea what's going on. Somebody's running, right? And I'm like, who's this somebody? I don't know. So it's very frustrating.
But I like what you wrote. Galen wrote, this is why I don't like being on the road, because he missed seeing that happen.
Oh, gee.
All right,
Galen's a great dad.
I know.
Great parent.
That's absolutely true. If you can't get to the Bloodmobile on Wedgwood Road, then go on Silver Springs Boulevard.
You don't want to go too far with that because you're going to mess something up on that one. I tell you that. Yeah.
And if you were in Denali, where would you go, Robin?
Right next door to Winn-Dixie. You got to put the syllable
We got
on
to
the
figure out how to
Dixie.
say that right, don't we?
Yeah,
we got to make up a new thing after all these years. All right, Galen, you have a great weekend. Thank you for what you do for all of us, and we'll talk to you on Monday.
All right, you guys are the best. Thanks, y'all.
All right, we'll take a little break. Fox News is coming right up, and after Fox News, we will deliver News Bites. Deal?
Deal.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. The president's in South Korea, the second leg of his Asia trip, expressing sympathies over the ferry disaster. Also talking tough on the crisis in Ukraine, saying there are new sanctions being readied against Moscow and President Putin.
Is he willing to see the Russian economy that was already weakened, that was already faltering, weakened further?
So far, the U.S. has slapped sanctions on individuals. Health officials here at home concerned about measles.
There are 129 cases of measles in the U.S. believed brought into the nation by international travelers and affecting unvaccinated children.
Fox Radio's Evan Brown. That's more outbreaks this year than at the same point of any year since 1996. Fox News. We report, you decide.
There's more to Fox News Radio than meets the ear. Go behind the headlines and join the conversation on the hottest stories of the day on the Fox News Radio Facebook page. Be a part of the Fox News Radio Facebook fan community. Post comments and tell us your opinions. See behind-the-scenes photos and videos and post your reactions to the stories that matter to you. Click the like button on Facebook and connect with breaking news and features like Fox in the Fast Lane, House Call for Help, and more. Go to Facebook.com/Fox News Radio.
Weeknights, we're busting out a brand new lineup. First, market fraud, government abuse, corruption. At 5, nothing's off limits on money with Melissa Francis. Then, from bloated bank fees to consumer scams.